What's going on, guys? And in today's video, we're going to be diving into a next-gen firewall that corporate companies are using. What we're doing inside of this firewall today is going over exactly how an ACL works, or an access control list. So for those of you that don't know me, my channel is all about cybersecurity IT education. So if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing and liking the video, and I appreciate that. And for all the people that are here that are my subscribers, welcome back. Let's get into a great video. So let me kind of explain what a next-gen firewall means as well. A next-gen firewall is a firewall that has packet inspection and that has security intelligence in some form of an IPS or an IDS. An IPS is an intrusion prevention system, where an IDS is an intrusion detection system. Most next-gen firewalls have an IPS, which is going to be an intrusion prevention that detects and prevents malicious traffic that's coming in and out of the firewall. That is what separates the old firewall standards to these next-gen firewalls. They are much more secure and safe for an organization. So the next-gen firewall that we're going to be working with today is Cisco Firepower FTDs. These are great firewalls, and they're one of the top tier firewalls that are used in corporate networks. A lot of you have asked me to demonstrate some tools that are out in the wild that other entities are using. Palo Alto is a great example of one, and Cisco firewalls through Firepower is another great example. So today we'll go through Cisco, and I'm going to give you guys a live demo exactly how you implement an ACL into one of these enterprise firewalls. So what is an ACL? An ACL is an access control list. Within that list, you have ACPs, which are access control policies. These are going to enable you to be able to open holes in the firewall to allow traffic securely and safely the way that you need it to be accessed. So these firewalls are not like your home firewalls. Now, your home firewall shouldn't be this way either, but these firewalls are configured to deny everything and only allow what you need access to outside of the internet, or outside of your network, or inside of your network coming from a third-party vendor. So now, real briefly, I'm going to go into a demonstration that's going to show you exactly how an ACL works, and also give you a clear picture of how to configure the ACL. Then we'll get into the actual firewall where we'll configure the rules ourselves. So let's go over to the computer and check out how to do that. So we're going to have a client and a corporate network. You are going to be having traffic that is trying to get within your network. Now, this traffic by default is going to hit in most, and it should be all corporate networks, a deny any rule. So what's going to happen when this traffic tries to traverse the internet and get into the network? It's going to be denied. The firewall is going to pick it up and say, I don't see any configured rule or ACL for this traffic, and therefore it's going to be denied and it's not allowed through. So what we do with a ACL is we're going to open a hole into this firewall that's going to allow traffic to get through to the firewall. Once we do that, we will then have access into the corporate network, and that is configured with the ACL. Now, the ACL is going to be source interface, the destination interface, the source network, the destination network, and then the application if you want to specify, and the ports. Now, not all firewalls have application inspection. That is part of the next-gen firewall integrations. You can filter traffic based on layer 7 applications such as HTTPS, or HTTP or anything like a team viewer or anything like that. So it's pretty cool stuff, and it's the reason why a lot of people are using next-gen firewalls. So I mentioned that you need a source and destination interface. So you may be asking yourself, what is a source and destination interface? Well, I created a little demonstration to show you exactly what that means and exactly how it's used. Let's get into that. So you'll have your firewall. Your firewall is going to have an inside interface. The inside interface is going to be tagged to an IP address that brings you into all your devices. Your firewall will also have an outside interface, which is going to allow outside traffic in through that interface, as well as inside traffic out through that interface, which is really just an IP. Now, to have a source and destination network, you're going to have to select either a network or a device and give it a destination network or device. So in this instance, the computer here in the yellow is going to be coming from the inside interface from this device to the outside interface on a device in the internet. And you're going to specify the port that you want it to go to. And you're going to specify the port that you want this device to contact this device on. And that, my friends, is how you have an ACL. So now we're actually going to go into a Cisco Firepower firewall, and I'm going to show you exactly how you would implement an ACL. This, my friends, is the FTD of the Cisco Firepower and the FMC. This is going to give you a great look at what it looks like on a corporate next-gen firewall. These firewalls are powerful, and I'm going to give you just a glimpse into it. We're going to do more of these videos as time goes on. So this is what we had been talking about before. All firewalls should be configured to have a deny all rule that denies any traffic coming inside or outside by default. What we're going to do, as depicted in the demonstration I showed, is add a hole to this firewall to allow traffic in or out. In this demonstration, we will name this test, if I can spell. Okay, so for any source, say we want it to be the 192.168 source. Now, we want this to be able to access any traffic on the internet that has an IP4 address. Now, this alone is, we never want to stop here with just the networks, right? We want to go over to either the application or the port. In this demonstration, we will do both. We're going to go over to applications. We're going to search for HTTP S. We're going to say we want all that traffic to be allowed over HTTP. Then we're going to go over to the ports. And you can double down here. You don't have to, you can leave it as the application. But you want to make these as tight as possible because you are opening up a port in your firewall. So here you're going to go 443, TCP 443. It's well known and it's well used all the time. So now that we have 443 configured and we have the IPv4 and we have our internal network, we are complete with this ACL. If we want, we can enable logging at the end of this connection. That is going to store any traffic that comes through on this ACL is going to come through and be logged now. Now, what you want to do is go over to save. And hit save. We have now saved the ACL to the firewall and we are done. And that's going to conclude this video, guys. I hope that you loved the video. I hope that it gave you insight into a next-gen firewall that is actively being used by many corporations all around the globe. And you got to see exactly how an ACL works. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to next-gen firewalls. We're going to continue to go through all of the different features of a next-gen firewall so I can give you an in-depth knowledge of how to use one of these so you'll be ready when you go out into the job field. I hope you understand how an ACL works now and that you're doing better now than you were when you started this video. Guys, I appreciate you watching, following along, liking, comment, all of it. It's great. And I will catch you in the next video. I'll see you later.